up and welcome to another Confident Club Cuppa.
Hi everybody, nice to see you all. Nice to see you, Steve.
Hello, Curly.
Hello. We've been talking about Steve's book. Here we go. Here's my copy covered in little pink stickers.
You've got lots of stickers. I should read my own book. I've got none, mate. I normally when I get a book, I'm like, I like to underline stuff and.
I like pink stickers, and look, I've got pink. I've done this inside.
Very
when
nice.
I was a kid, I got in trouble for doing that.
Yeah, whereas I think that's great.
I know.
Even if you're on that, even if you repurpose that book and give it to somebody else, I think it makes them go deeper with the book because I wonder why Kelly put an underline under that. So well done, you. Yeah, deface it even more.
So step one, right?
We're on step one already.
I thought we might discuss the thing that actually made me laugh. I physically laughed out loud when I was reading it.
Go on then.
Right. So I'm just going to tell everybody what the title of this chapter is.
Right.
Right. You ready, everybody? Don't decide what you want. If you do decide what you want, don't think about why you want it. And if you do decide why you want it, commit to believing you can't have it. But what made me laugh, this is about goal setting and success, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about this before. We love a good quote, don't we? There's one here from Winston Churchill, and it says, well, Steve's written, it shouldn't be surprising that so few achieve success because so few know what it actually is. Good point. Winston Churchill thought success was the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm, which I think is just brilliant.
Yeah.
We've talked about that on the workshop a lot, don't we, about learning. But further on, Steve, you've got another one here, which I really like. Here is a second, much shorter definition of success. It's a decision. Thoughts on that, Steve?
Yeah, I know. It's such a huge topic. So back in the day, you remember this, Curly, it's not really actually, when you go back to where all the book comes from and people say, I've been doing a few podcasts recently, Kelly, been interviewed, and people go, what's your evidence that this works? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Apart from, the book really started as a workshop we used to run on a canal boat, right? And in the early days, one of the first questions was, what's this workshop about? And I kind of went, it's about giving you just a day to make a decision, right, about what you want to be, do, and have, really. Yeah. So I think the most important question you can ask yourself and anybody else really is, what is success? And I think given, the chicken of doom times that we've been through, that has become front and center for a lot of people. Like, what the hell is it? And maybe it changes over time. So I think me and you said in another Cuppa, when we were younger and you were like a senior partner in a chartered accountancy firm, remember those days? We were wobble, right? And I was like director. You would probably thought, oh, fancy sports car without a roof. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
That'll do it for me. Big house. We both had big houses, didn't we? With massive gardens, right? And all that.
I've got a small house now, but I've still got my sports car.
Yeah, and that's okay, but it's not top of your list. That's what's going to make you happy.
No, I'm joking.
It's not at all, right? You could sell it tomorrow if you had to, and it's not.
Yeah.
Not, and I think again, people probably can comment on this, but there's quite a lot of research that say though stuff, let's call it things, houses, cars, yachts, whatever, make you feel motivated and happy for maybe 2 weeks. So when I worked in advertising, it's like the big thing was pay round time. Are we going to get a salary increase? Are there any dividends? And what car can we order this year from at the car dealership? And you fancy car to a week, maybe a day, and it's like once that new car smell's gone, right? So I think the big thing, if there's a message from books, especially remember, never mind all old buggers watching this, young people. I think young people, I've said before, but when I occasionally speak to young people or in schools or universities, I'm doing a webinar with students and they always go, how much do you earn and what stuff do you have? And you go, no, wrong question.
Yeah.
So that chapter is all about that, really. It's about a lot. I mean, the book could just be that chapter, really. But I think the thing is, the hardest decision to make is what the hell is success for me? Because it's such an emotive word. It's such a different word to me as it might be to you.
And as you've said, it changes with time, doesn't it?
Changes with time. So I've given in that chapter from memory I give people a few examples of what's, you know, people have different definitions of it. So Winston Churchill, I love, because
Yeah.
success is pretty much about falling flat on your face loads of times and going, it's okay, I'm just
Yeah.
learning something, right? Again, the last few months has been a bit of that for all of us, hasn't it? Well, a lot of that, right? Loads of
Steve, you
kind
know,
of stuff.
this is a big subject, and I think we ought to do a part 2 on this. So can I just finish on something else you've written in here that made me laugh out loud?
Okay.
Right. So this is about, you know, goal setting. This is true, actually. This happened to me. Most people wait until they've been made redundant or fired, or in my case, being ill, before they feel they have the freedom to pursue their dreams passionately. Now, remember, everybody, this is about being a complete and utter failure, right? So should you. This is perhaps the best way. I'm laughing so much to read it. This is perhaps the best way of wasting years of your life.
Yeah, it's like saving up sex and going to have a load of sex when I retire, right? You know, that's what people go.
Lingerie in the drum.
You know, I'll do this job I hate for years and years and years, and then when I retire, I'll do all the stuff I want to do. It's not a good idea, right? You know, sadly, we've lost lots of people, haven't we, during Chicken of Doom time, you know, and it's a big wake-up call for all of us, right? And I know people listen to this, you might go, best thing that ever happened to me was being made redundant, but I hear that so many times with the power of hindsight. People go, yeah, it took me maybe years later to go, I was forced into like really looking at my life, right? So if you have unfortunately lost your job during these times, I know it's tough, obviously, and you've got the bills to pay and all the rest of it, but see it as maybe a real opportunity to just look again at what success means to you, you know, because it's an old joke, but nobody ever said on the deathbed, did they? At least I made budget.
On that happy note, we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.